What's up, everybody? Crazy Eights here with another Star Wars The Vintage Collection toy review. This time we're looking at Luke Skywalker from the Imperial light cruiser. That's the version that he is from the Mandalorian. Let's take a look at the packaging and then we'll get into the figure. This is Luke Skywalker in the Jedi robe, in the Jedi gear, right? But it's from the Mandalorian when he goes ham on the Dark Troopers, which is a really cool scene, by the way. Anyway, here he is right there with the cloak and the saber in his black outfit. And here's a toy in the bubble. You get two lightsabers, the gun, and he is wearing the robe already, which is the cloth goods, which is always nice. You have, let me bring the camera up a little bit. So you have the Mandalorian right there, and then you have Luke Skywalker, and it has that Imperial light cruiser underneath it. On this side of the box, you have number 264, and these are the other figures in the wave. Take a look. We have Dark Times Vader. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Wandering Jedi. Well, Wandering Jedi, I guess. Not Klatooinian Raider. Luke Skywalker, Imperial light cruiser. Then we got Cal Kestis, Andor, Cassian Andor, Artillery Trooper, and Veal Saratha. Saratha? Sure. So those are the 8 in the wave. All a bunch of words and jumbled stuff on the bottom. Blah, 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 blah. Do you need that? There you go. So that's the card back. Oh, by the way, it says Canada down here. Again, I'm going to say it like I always do. Very vintage. Very nostalgic of the old school packaging I had as a kid. So without further ado, let's get him open and see what he's about. Alright, my blow drying skills are getting better. Pretty clean on this one. I think the newer ones are easier than the older ones. But I got him done. Nice. I'm happy. Alright, so here he is out of the packaging. And this was one of my favorite Luke designs. I like the Empire Luke and the Bespin outfit the best. But this was my second favorite. I remember watching Return of the Jedi and I saw him the first time in all black. I was like, uh-oh, someone's turning to the dark side. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw him wearing the black. He wanted to be like his father somehow. But yeah, so his nice cloth goods robe. He's got the black outfit underneath it. Pretty sure this comes off. Let's see. Yeah, you could take the robe off. It's not attached to anything. There we go. So now, does it look like an AI-generated Mark Hamill? It's not so bad. I don't think they ever got his head scan right. Maybe like the higher-end companies, but never Hasbro. Got the silver belt buckle. Got some more cloth goods underneath here. Got the black glove. You lift up his arms, you can see his tunic better. There's a slot for the lightsaber, which when it's turned off, you can store it there. Which pretty much looks like, it's like his white outfit from The New Hope, just dyed black. It doesn't look as pansy. You look a pansy in a white outfit, I think. I like this one better. Now for accessories, he comes with this blaster. It's got some color on it, which is nice. And of course, it comes with his lightsaber. Here's the ignited one, or the one that's turned on, I should say. There's the hilt. Really nice. And then here is the one that you can store on him, which is really nice as well. Nice colors, details, and paint. For the side, it's really good. Here it is pegged onto his hip, which is really cool. I like that. I like that they give you that option. And you can just cover it up. There you go. He doesn't have a gun holster. How you gonna have a gun with no holster? And you're running around with Han Solo, who loves blasters. You would think you would teach him to get a holster for his gun. But no, not this guy. So yeah, that sucks. There's no gun holster. Alright, so here he is with the armed up. One side the gun, the other side the lightsaber. And yeah, of course he got the one on his hip. But yeah, he could hold them. They don't really, I don't know, for some reason the weapons and their standing isn't the best with these guys. And I got a very loose waist on this one. But overall, not a bad figure. I do like the details on it. For the size that they have, again, it's pretty good details. Let me show off some other Lukes that I got. See, I barely touched that and it came off. Just gonna take those weapons off. So let me show them off with some other Lukes that I have and some other vintage line figures to show size comparisons and stuff like that. Okay, you stay right there. All right, since it's from the Mandalorian, here he is with Mando. So you can see how they look together. If I could get them to the older ones stand much better than the newer ones. Where's Grogu? Where do you roll off to? All right, there we go. Family portrait. So here he is with Grogu and the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian. Since they can't really stand up that great. So here he is with Vader. I do like how they look together in the black. That looks really, really good. Here he is with Han. Together again. I think the way they did it in the newer trilogies, the way they killed him off was just lame. But yeah, here he is with Han Solo. So this is Luke Skywalker from the Retro Collection, the re-release. And this is more of a brown. Almost height-wise it's the same, but as you can see, the cloak is brown, not black. And his hair is more of like an off blonde. Yeah, so this is from the Retro Collection. This one was picked up at Ollie's probably like last year. Now here is one from the non-retro one. This is like the original release that I have. Incomplete with just the figure. One I just want to show off is the Power of the Force, where it does have a black cloak, but it's just a stagnant leather plastic piece. It's good for standing up, but comes to posability and playability, it kind of hinders the figure. I do like the cloth goods better. I like how it sits on the body. Although this is contoured to fit perfect, but I prefer this one better. Just personal opinion. Okay, so that was my look at Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. This is from, let me see if I can read this right. It says Imperial Light Cruiser. So this is the scene from The Mandalorian where he goes ham on the troopers. Me personally, this is the Jedi Luke that I know that I like to Return of the Jedi. I do like the black outfit he's wearing. The only issue I have with this guy and pretty much a lot of the vintage line is that they don't just freely stand up. They are reliant on a stand, so I'm gonna have to maybe buy a stand that fits. I bought some earlier in the year, or last year, but they were for the old original release Star Wars, and the pegs were too thick for these holes. So I gotta find out, and if anyone knows what stands work for these, let me know so I could pick them up and be a lot easier to do stuff with, because having them stand up is a problem. And the other issue I do have are the weapons. They don't really stay in. You really gotta like maneuver the hands or heat them up to get them really in there good. But besides that, those two issues, I really like this line. They got great detail, and even though it's a smaller scale, you can kind of fudge the faces so it doesn't exactly look like them, but it kind of does, that kind of deal. Like, it's small enough where it's passable. I do like the fact that it comes with the weapon storage for the lightsaber, but like I said earlier, the hell you give him a gun for no holster? Don't get it. And of course, you get the lightsaber ignited as well, which is a great feature as well. I got him off of Amazon, I believe, for Christmas. Yeah, he was an Amazon release. Well, Amazon buy, I should say. And I like the vintage line. I like the size. So, yeah, you'll see more of these, of course. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, Crazy Eights is out.